I made a mistake. Not once, not twice, every single day, for years. And by the time I realized it, everyone I loved was already gone. This is not a happy story, but it is an honest one. And maybe, just maybe, it will save yours. Let me take you back. 10 years ago, my life looked perfect from the outside. A good job, a beautiful wife, 2 kids who still thought their dad was a superhero. We had a home, we had Sunday dinners, we had everything. But I was obsessed, completely consumed by work. I told myself it was for them. I'm building a future for my family, I said. The promotion, the money, the title. I chased all of it, and while I was chasing it, I forgot to show up. My daughter's first school play. I missed it. I had a meeting. My son's birthday party. I was on a call. My wife's birthday dinner. I canceled last minute. Next time, I always said. Next time. There's a lie we tell ourselves when we think we have forever. There will always be a next time. I stopped asking how her day was. I stopped sitting down for dinner. I stopped tucking the kids in at night. Not because I didn't love them, but because somewhere along the way, I forgot that love is not just a feeling. Love is a choice you make every single day, and I stopped choosing it. The dog, his name is Rex, he would always wait at the door for me, every single night. He never gave up waiting. But my family, they were running out of patience, and I was too blind to see it. I remember the morning like it was yesterday, a Tuesday. I woke up, and the house was different, quieter than it should have been. I walked downstairs, no smell of breakfast, no sound of cartoons, no backpacks by the door. There was a letter. She didn't leave in anger. She left in exhaustion. She wrote, "I have been invisible to you for years. I don't blame you. I just can't keep doing this. The children need a present father, and I need a real partner. I hope you find whatever it is you've been looking for." That was it. No argument, no screaming, just silence. The most devastating kind of silence there is. And then I felt it, that thing you feel when something permanent has happened, like a door closing that will never open again. The grief wasn't loud, it was just heavy, crushing, like the whole house had collapsed on my chest. I called her 23 times that day. She answered once, just to say, "Please don't make this harder." I wanted to fight. I wanted to argue. But the truth is, I had nothing to fight with, because she was right. She was completely right. And the only person I could be angry at was myself. Walking into my son's room was the worst. His little shoes were still there. His drawings were still on the wall, but he wasn't. I sat on his bed for an hour, just holding one of his toy cars, thinking about every time he asked me to play, and I said, "Not now, buddy. Daddy's busy." Not now, not now, not now. What I would give to go back to one of those moments, just one. The first week, I convinced myself they'd come back. The second week, I started fixing things. Too late. By the third week, the silence became something I had to live inside, and it was unbearable. You don't know what loneliness really is until you're surrounded by all the evidence of a life you had and none of the people who made it matter. Her perfume was still on her pillow. I didn't wash the pillowcase for 2 months. I know how that sounds. I don't care. It was all I had left. She sent me photos of the kids every week. I think she was trying to be kind, but every photo broke me a little more, because they were still smiling. They were fine. They were moving on, and I was still standing in the same spot, frozen. There were nights I didn't sleep, nights I sat on this floor right here, just going over every moment, every mistake, replaying conversations, what I should have said, what I should have done. The regret is its own kind of torture, because you can see it all so clearly after, when it's too late, and nobody can save you from that clarity. Nobody, except Rex. He was 3 years old when all of this happened, a German shepherd, 70 pounds of pure loyalty. When everyone else walked out the door, he didn't. He just stayed. I never trained Rex to comfort me. I never taught him what grief looks like, but somehow he knew. On the nights I couldn't sleep, he would climb up next to me, even though he knew he wasn't supposed to be on the bed, and just lay there, warm, breathing, alive, just to remind me that I wasn't completely alone. One night I was sitting on the floor. I won't pretend I was okay. I was not okay. And Rex just walked over, pushed his big head under my arm, and sat there. He didn't try to fix it. He didn't walk away because it was uncomfortable. He just sat there, with me, in the dark. And something about that completely broke me open, and then slowly began to put me back together again. He made me get up every single morning. He needed to be fed, he needed to be walked, he needed me. And for a long time, that was the only reason I got out of bed. Not for myself, for him. He gave me a reason when I had none. There's something about the way dogs look at you. No judgment, no conditions, no "I told you so." Just acceptance, complete, total, unconditional acceptance. Rex looked at me the day I came home from work late as the night I was on the floor falling apart. He didn't love me less because I failed. He didn't leave because I was broken. He just loved me, as I was, broken and all. Months passed. I started therapy. I started calling my kids every day. Slowly, my daughter started talking to me again. My son still needed time. I understood. I didn't push. But every step forward I made, Rex was there. Every time I slipped back into the dark, Rex was there. He was my constant. In a world where everything had changed, he was the one thing that stayed the same. I've heard people say, he's just a dog. And I understand why someone might think that. But you haven't sat in a dark room at 2 a.m. wondering if anything in your life is still worth fighting for, and felt a warm body press against your side. You haven't looked into the eyes of a creature that asks for nothing, only to be close to you, and felt for the first time in weeks that maybe you are still worth something. Rex never read my bank statements. He never cared about my job title. He never needed me to be impressive. He just needed me to be there. And that simple thing was the lesson I had never learned. Being there, just being there, is everything. I cried into his fur more times than I can count, and every time he just let me. He didn't pull away, he didn't get uncomfortable, he just absorbed it, like he was saying, "It's okay, I've got you. I'm not going anywhere." I'm going to talk to you now, not as someone who has it figured out, but as someone who lost it all and had to learn the hard way. So please, listen. If you are working too much, stop. Look up from your screen right now. Who is in that house with you? When did you last really look at them? When did you last ask how they were feeling and actually listen to the answer? The promotion will still be there next year. The money will come and go. But children grow up. They stop asking you to play. Not dramatically, not in anger. They just stop asking. And then one day you look up and they don't need you anymore. And you realize you missed the whole thing. Don't miss the whole thing. I'm rebuilding. It's slow. It's painful. My kids are beginning to trust me again. My daughter video calls me now. My son is getting there. We have a long way to go, and I accept that. I earned that distance, and now I have to earn my way back. I'm willing to spend the rest of my life doing it. Rex is 7 now. His muzzle is going gray, and sometimes when I look at him, I think about how dogs don't get enough time. They give you everything they have, and then they're gone, and that terrifies me. But it also reminds me, time is not guaranteed, not with the people you love,
Not with the dog who saved your life. Not with anyone. Don't waste it. Please, don't waste it. I lost my family, and my German Shepherd never left me. He taught me what my family had been trying to tell me for years. Show up, be present, love people with your time, not just your intentions. That's the whole lesson. That's all there is. Don't make my mistake. Go home, put down your phone, hold the people you love before they become a memory. Before you're sitting on the floor at 2 a.m. with only a dog who loves you to remind you that you're still alive.